Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance here on Serious Gaming. I need some ale from the inn. Then I need some herbs from Sasso. Alright. Wrong guy to...
with you. Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
And what do you want from the old buzzard? Never mind, what do I care? It's the big house in the courtyard by the monastery.
I hope I can be...
Do you happen to know the whereabouts of Conrad Keyser?
Oh, never.
Are there any problems?
Nothing I've heard about.
Well, I need herbs. Mint. Mint in particular. Whoa. Okay, and then I'll need to get the bath in Sasso. So what exactly do I need? So I need 30 valerian, 60 mint. That should do it. So 3 valerian, 33 mint. Alright, brother.
I'll come to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
These are tragic times. Fortunately, I've only a little work left to do here, so I'll gather my things and set off for Talmberg.
Thank you, Father. May God reward you 1,000 times.
Alright. So I have a physician. Now, just for the mint. And the valerian, of course. Nettle. And that's comfrey. Dandelion. Bollocks. I really just need some valerian at the moment. Well, maybe that herbalist will replenish her stock, I imagine. Either way. Let me talk with Conrad. So I'll stop by Samopesh. Maybe that's where I'll get the kegs of beer that I need for the soldiers, and then obviously turn in with the herbalist, then go to Ladishko, turn in that quest. But obviously the main thing that matters here is getting this siege engineer.
Jesus, look where you're going. I hope I can be of help to you now.
Is this where Conrad Keyser lives?
Indeed. The world-renowned Conrad Keyser.
I need to speak to him.
Oh, really? Whatever for?
Tobias Fayfar has sent me. He's asking Master Conrad for help with the siege of Talmberg.
Must be important then. Go in. Well, I don't know how he can help from here. Here's the key. What the hell?
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Sir Tobias Fayfar, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Fayfar? Tobias Fayfar? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Fayfar has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettlern Castle.
They locked you up in Bettlern?
Not quite. It's a royal castle. They leave me to my own devices there. Frankly, this so-called banishment has been a bit of a blessing. I have peace and quiet to attend to my opus and a band of able assistants. Although I have lost quite a few of my patrons thanks to all this unrest.
And why are you here in Sasau?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis, a great book of war machines and weapons, my opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now, they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Who do you work for here?
My contract is with the abbot himself, but I discussed the work details with Carol, the monastery's master builder.
Couldn't Carol be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realise that, but Sassau Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
How are you, Henry?
Greetings. What do you need?
I've got that commission.
Not so loud, for heaven's sake. Show it here. The very thing. Go to the Sassau scribe and say to him the fox isn't half as clever as he thinks. Then he'll do as you ask.
Is that a password?
Just so. He insists on it. Don't forget to repeat it verbatim and aloud. Then all you have to do is take the new document to Carol and tell him a messenger brought it.
All right.
But most importantly, do it quickly and put the commission back immediately. Carol's no fool. If he can't find it, he'll put two and two together when you bring him the new document, and the game will be up.
What the hell?
Ah! Ah! Ah!
So what are you in?
Yep.
I'm...
I'm honoured that you should...
I have a message for you.
Hmm?
The fox is cleverer than the ferret.
What? Then... What in heaven's...
Conrad Keyser sent me.
Why the hell didn't you say so?
That sod. He deliberately lied to me to make me look stupid.
Well, never mind. What do you want?
I've got this document here, and I need to have a different one drawn up with,
Hey!
the same signature and seal.
So Conrad is still up to his old tricks. Give him my greetings. Let's see it then. All right. Give me an hour. And I hope I won't have problems on your account.
God save...
I hope I can...
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, there is one rather delicate matter to attend to. A while ago, a holy man came by here. He said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various relics he'd collected on his travels to pay his way.
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech Queen of Sheba. But by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's cross, thorns from the crown, nothing of interest to me.
And where did the pieces of the sword go?
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I had them, I'd forge them back into a sword. Can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces of the sword, I'd repay you very handsomely.
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech queen?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her? Our some priest. She's in the Bible.
Uh-huh. Where can I find the powers?
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from him. They say the largest piece is with the rat-eyed swordsmith. The bastard probably won't want to sell. But if you manage to swipe it somehow...
I could do with a sword like that. What if you sold it to me?
Well, everything has its price. But this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing. Forging them back together is quite another. That tinkerer from Ratite couldn't manage it.
Well, it does sound very interesting. I'll ask them and see what I can do.
Excellent. You'll see you won't regret it. I'll pay you well.
Well, that sounds very interesting. First off, I stop at the tailor. I need some repairs.
I'm honored.
Okay, so there are some fragments with a Ratai swordsmith. But who else would have them? I don't even know if it is worth it. He said an hour.
Is it done?
Here you are. And pass on my best to the old dragon.
Yeah, the old dragon. Brian Blessed. Well, they did say they'd get a famous voice actor for a part. It's just a shame that it's so near the end. Well, I do suppose I could stop at Ratai.
I want to build a shed there.
But you only cut the tree down last.
am honored that you should...
A messenger brought a dispatch for you.
To the hand of... charge... to give assistance... Permission to leave Sasau? How very convenient for you.
The hand of fate.
We'll see what fate brings. I have an authorization letter of my own from the abbot, and if your letter of patent is fake, you'll be in trouble. Come with me.
So Conrad may leave?
He can. The letter of patent is genuine, and when the abbot commands...
Wonderful. I'll tell him.
They're after me! Sweet Jesus, I knew this day would come!
What? Who is... Carol said you can leave and...
Leave? I can't even set foot outside the door! Not now!
Please, calm down and tell me what's going on.
They're after me!
Who? Who's after you?
Sigismund's people, of course!
Why would they be after you?
Because he's never forgiven my criticisms of Nicopolis. Now he's decided to pay me back. What am I to do?
What makes you think someone's after you?
When I was on my way to Sasau, I saw Baron Pekar in Kostelitz. He was with Sigismund on the crusade, as was I. Now I've been told he was seen at the local tavern. And a stranger's been creeping around the gardens here late at night. My God, there are signs someone was trying to force the door. They're after me, Henry. The Lord preserve me. They want to kill me.
Take it easy. If someone's after you, I'll see to him. I'll have a sniff around the town or lie in wait for him.
I don't know. What if he sneaks past you?
He won't, I promise. I'll hide in the garden, and if anyone starts creeping around after dark, I'll catch him.
You will, won't you? Good, good. And be sure to hide well. If he sees you, he won't come.
I hope I can be...
Do you know anything about a Master Pekar?
That nobleman that showed up recently. They say he's staying at the local inn.
Okay then, I'll go to the inn. Talk with him. See what all of this is about. Of course, it's never easy, is it? Let alone actually building the trebuchet. Let's ignore that particular point for a second here. Ah, well, a siege is a complicated business, isn't it?
Would you be Master Paycar?
My pleasure.
I would. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Henry, of Skalitz.
And what do you want from me, Henry of Skalitz?
To ask why you've come to Sasau.
An interrogation, then, I see. On business, of course.
And who is it you're doing business with?
Why don't you ask about my mistresses instead? My trade partners are my own private concern.
Stay away from Master Keyser.
Keyser? Conrad Keyser? Why should I want anything to do with him?
So he doesn't need to worry about you?
Worry? Good Lord, no. Why, we were friends.
Coming.
Right, that'll be everything.
As the master instructs.
Ah! What the hell are you doing?
Ah! Come on!
Somehow, I don't think there is an assassin.
Ah!
But what do I know?
Well? Kurwa! I'm a... Yeah.
How are you, Henry?
Well, did you find anyone?
I did.
And?
He's dead. He was an assassin, all right.
Lord have mercy. Was it Pekar?
Yes. I saw him all too clearly.
So they are after me. I knew it. Sweet Jesus, there'll be more. I need to hide away somewhere.
Come to Talmberg. You'll be surrounded by a whole garrison there.
Yes. Yes, I suppose that does make sense. Thank you, Henry. I'm in your debt. We'll meet at Talmberg.
Okay, after that I'll go to the herbalist near Ledeshko, and then go to Ratai, see if I can get those sword fragments.
I hope I can be...
I need to bring a few kegs of beer back to Talmberg.
I'm a few kegs short myself, and once I run out, my regulars will go elsewhere.
Okay, so I searched everywhere. I couldn't find enough kegs, apparently. Maybe it's bugged because Andrew is supposed to be dead and he's not here. I don't know. Either way, I'll talk with the herb woman here in Ledeshko, get the ingredients, buy what's needed, and then give her the stuff that I'm just gonna buy from her, and then, you know, have enough for people. Ah, Valerian. There we go. That should do it. Forget buying from her. Well, I have a physician.
I've gathered up all we need.
Excellent. This will probably do the trick. And do you have the wormwood?
Here it is.
Fine, fine. I'll get started. It's going to take a while.
Probably should have just traveled to Ratai. I have enough coin for this sword, so I'll buy it if for the fragments of this sword, and to buy it after he has forged it. So, if necessary, I'll just use the gold that I have. I'm probably richer than most nobles. Well, minor nobles.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Right. Right.
Can I?
No! You call that combat?
All right, please, I yield.
You're free to go. But trust me again.
Trust me again.
God be with
Greetings.
I've heard that some pilgrim was selling off pieces of a rare sword. If you happen to have one, I'd be interested.
Did that Sasso dabbler send you here?
Why?
Why? Because there was nothing left for him, and now he's envious and wants some too. Well, he's out of luck. I do have it, but I'm not selling.
Man, isn't there some way?
No way. Like I've already said, not a chance.
Okay, that was the first piece. So I'll go back to Sasau with this piece, talk with the guy, maybe find where the other pieces are. I do suppose that this is something you would probably need a guide for, since the quest is very... Alright, success. Hold on.
Aj, te kutya! Add meg magad, vagy kinyírunk!
God save you.
About that sword. What kind of power did this sword have?
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in combat and protection from enemies.
Okay, the Queen of Sheba sword. Fine. I'll need to find a place to save, and obviously then I need to back up my saves. Because I have too many. Well, I knew I'd get to this point eventually. I don't want to lose my saves in case I... You know, there's reasons. Maybe I want to make a trivia video, whatever. Either way, I will get a room at this inn.
I'm honored that you should...
Can I...
Aye, there's... For how long?
Just the one night.
All right.
Here you are.
You'll...
Okay, Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.